Assalamu alaikum. Escape room, the game is an escape room type game in which you will be using a decoder to solve some puzzles and then put keys inside the decoder machine once you have found the solution. If you don't know how to play the base game, then first check out my original review, for which I will leave a link in the description to understand how the base game works. Because murder mystery, which I'm going to explain to you that why you should be playing this, is an expansion for this one. Murder Mystery, as I said, is an expansion for the base game Escape Room the Game box number 1. All the components that you are going to need to play this game comes in these two boxes. So you will need the original game box because the original decoder is still in this box. The keys that will be used are in this box, and even some of the components that will be used are from the cases that are in this box. This box only contains one additional case which is related to a murder mystery which you have to solve in the same vein as Sherlock Holmes murder mystery kind of cases where you have to solve a murder mystery. The story and the thematic sense in this expansion was very thematic because the murder that has happened is of a tycoon, a business tycoon who provides iron to the railway tracks. And that's how he has built the business. And that's why what you will be solving in each part, the 3 parts of the game, in each part, what you will be solving is one part of his murder, that okay, which was the murder weapon, who are the suspects, and what was the motive of the murder, and then finally solving that who can be the final murderer in that case. So once you have found all those clues, then you will be able to solve the game. That's why the thematic sense was really there. The objective was really clear in each of the parts, because the game does explain to you in this old British kind of house that where the murder body has been. It gives you the case. You can look around this evidence area to look at different things. There are clues left behind by the murderer, which is stupid of him, but he has left the clues which you can use to solve. Now, in my opinion, the part 1 and part 2 were good over the things that you get to solve, except part 3 of the thing, because in part 3, when you are finally deducing that who actually did the murder, you have to use some of the components shown in the scene which really don't make sense. That, for example, why would the murderer leave this kind of clue? And it's not the murderer who is leaving the clue, because the murderer can be sloppy who is leaving behind the clue. It's the murdered person who has been reading some kind of books based on which you will understand that who the murderer is. Well, why would you think that the person would be reading books about someone who is going to murder them? So that doesn't make any kind of logical sense, even though those are there to actually help you out. But that was a far stretch, and that took me out of the immersion that the rest of the game was giving me. So there were some puzzles in this one which went out of the way to actually use the components in different ways, which didn't need to be so much convoluted in my opinion, or they could have presented the hints in a different way. And that's why it slightly wasn't my favorite expansion of the escape room the game. But anyway, if you're looking for something more thematic in the escape room line games, then for the box 1, you wouldn't need anything. The decoder already is pre-programmed to understand all the key combinations that come in this box, and you can directly play. This just adds one more case. It's very cost-effective box, and you will get to add one more case to your game. But is it my favorite expansion? No. So you can look at my other review for the Funland one, which I would recommend over this one. But if still you want to have the complete collection or just are interested in one more case, then you can go for the murder mystery one as well. Hopefully, I cannot show you more components of the game as well because, of course, that will ruin the game for you. But hopefully, this was enough of information for you that whether this is going to be the right expansion for you or not. That's it for me. Happy gaming.